Oh god. Alice's coughing. Hello. We are back for more what? We're back for some more Tower Fantasy streaming. This time Alice made sure not to log in beforehand. And there's the 84 black gold from the previous limited banner. So we should have right now Frigg. Alice probably not gonna pull for Frigg, to be honest. Not really an ice player. That. There should be no level cap up, yeah, so we should be fine on that part. But look at Alice's shit stats. We got really bad stats. I was hoping that would go away. That away. Just grab a meal from Mia. Borg. Useless Borg. We don't use a flame weapon. S, but it's still purple cipher, which is kind of meh. Alright, crew wants stuff. They want potatoes. Have your potatoes. Warp over here and we'll go do these dailies. So we'll pretty much just do our regular daily stuff. It's kind of like how we play NGS. Wake up, do dailies. Any extra things that we have. Today's Wednesday, so we don't have to do joint operations really. We could just for the Spalders. Pauldrons? Possible. We have this done. That's not. We have Void Rift. Frontier Clash is already done, so we're not doing that, so we just have a Void Rift to do. Wormhole is... Alice already did, and it's really slow to keep doing it, so... Not doing that still. Bygone Phantasm. Now we've gone down to 15. But pretty much, just do our dailies, explore around a bit. Claw Machine, Black Market. That kind of thing. Oh. Knock out shield. It's probably gonna die before shield breaks, yeah? Currently in this weird state where Alice can hear things really well out of the right ear, but not quite out of the left. It's kind of disorienting a bit. Also, a reminder to Matt that canceling out of those discharges, you just gotta jump. There should be bees like around somewhere. So like we'll run into it. In fact, it's just right here. Easy daily. Today we've got a bunch of like simple dailies, just like walking around a bit, but they're all very close together. Is Alice tempted to pull Frick? Not gonna lie, kind of. Kinda. There's like only one reason Alice would like want to pull for Frick though, is... Stop. The one reason Alice would want to pull for Frigg is because like her avatar is pretty much red pinkish hair, so it'd be very fitting. But like we're not getting her. Unless we're super lucky within 10 pulls, but we're not getting her within 10 pulls. That's unreasonably lucky kind of deal. We're kind of trying to save for a different character. Pretty much get another month to wait-ish. Unless they somehow release another character early. But that'll mess up the banner timings. Which is an issue. Howdy, McCree. Howdy, howdy. Alice's day is going pretty okay. Was like trying to think about like if Alice really wanted to get Frigg or not, and decided on no. Because in the future, Alice is building for a fire team, and Alice is not going to want to spend any money on this game. We're only spending for monthly and the battle pass and whatnot. We're not gonna do the same mistake as NGS where we just put so much money into it and then stop playing for a long time. Big sad. Claw Machine Gaming. And also the fact that if you're building for ice, it is apparently... We didn't get it. It's apparently like the most expensive to build for. An ice team. But in the same vein, a fire team is not really that strong anymore, from what Alice heard. Because of the nerfs that have been done for global. Yeah. Well, you'd want to get the battle pass and stuff because there's a lot of stuff you can get from it, and it doesn't cost much unless you go for like the super advanced pass like Alice does. But like, it's not really that much. If you're gonna play this game for somewhat of a long term, then Alice recommends getting the battle pass and the monthly pass. If you're not playing for long term though, then like it's not necessary. You're just missing out on a lot of stuff though, since battle passes don't like rerun and stuff. You go to like the next season of a battle pass, and then you have to miss out on like all the previous rewards. It's like the one thing Alice can give NGS is that even if you didn't decide to buy premium in NGS, you could get the mission pass there for free. Rip. However, the NGS pass didn't... Oh, we just missed that. The NGS pass doesn't give like as many good rewards comparatively. It's gonna push the tail into it again. No? Okay, we're good. That should be like the last one. Yeah, there you go. Head over to the black market. Woke up, ate some pizza pops, started streaming. Streaming for maybe like an hour and a half or so. We'll try to get like some interstellars done or whatever, because we have vitality to spare. Like, hopefully. What do we have anyways? We have 1 star. Zoom out a bit. 1 star, 1 star. A 1 star. It's like another 1 star still. They're all 1 stars. It's all useless. So we'll try to get stuff done. Hopefully. Left box, by the way. Yeah, don't worry yourself. And it's a blue. It's weird how much Alice like memorized a bunch of stuff in this. But that's kind of just how it goes for Tamat in these kinds of games. Learning different texts, different stuff, ways to go around and whatnot. Yeah, no worries. There's not really much going to be happening other than Alice like going around a bit trying to figure out what to do blindly. We're going to do our ruins actually. Which one was it? It was 53. Oh, we did this already. Oh, we did this one actually. We'll keep 54 for later. We'll do 53. Yeah, we'll do the 53 one. Give us some Omnium Shield shards. Apparently, this and hologram is like a long-term goal of Relic you wanna make. Don't quote Alice on that though. Just hearing it from other people. So Matt's not experienced in this game in the slightest. Alice just has like a blind devotion towards making one type of team, and that's like team full of guns. Or well, not full of guns, but like a sniper team in the future. And the sniper, the maid sniper that's gonna come out, that's coming out in like the Chinese version soon, the CN version. Once it comes out in global, Alice will probably put like maybe a bit of money if Alice gets really unlucky. But hopefully, Tamat won't get that unlucky. Once again, who's grafting mechanical parts onto these aberrants? Oh, we got a shield. Didn't reach us. It's gonna do its leap. They don't have fire weapons to take care of its elemental vulnerability. We just gotta hit it a lot. That's the only answer. Well, it's not like we're gonna like die immediately. The way we've built ourselves so far is not really spec'd into healing. We're a balanced setup, but the Nemesis setup just by itself with C1 Nemesis, and then her trait makes it really easy to straight up heal yourself from practically nothing. Like that. We're gonna try and get all the chests here. It would be nice to like regularly stream this game, but Matt has other things to do right now. One, two... Don't see a last one. I'll at least point these ones out. There should be one like probably like up there or something. Right, we have fire weapon. And then someone in the chat fails the 50-50. Sucks to be them. Oh yeah, there's last one. Easy peasy. We're gonna kill it anyways. Personally, Alice isn't a fan of the Meryl discharge, just because of well, one, it blocks projectiles too. It traps you in it if you're not careful. It's good if you want to keep something inside or keep something out, sure. But in a situation where you're in a large group of people fighting a boss, it can be very obstructive when someone keeps spamming it constantly. It's like a weird lag every time Alice switches the set. We'll just clear these things out first. The boss at the end of this is it alive or is it reminded her back? Ow, you lot of an itch. It's still amazing how much DPS if you use Crow compared to using Samir though. At least for a single target. Samir is very nice to have for groups. but it costs a lot of stamina to do like even a bit of the damage that a crow person does to a single person, a single target. Kind of wild. Somehow did not push it all the way. And the foliage is obstructing Alice's vision. That is Commander. So we gotta watch out for his combo. That's the main thing. Just tank the hit. Rapidly tapping button. There you go. It's very weird, the timing is sometimes. Of course, Alice is dodging early because getting caught in the skill is just oof in general. Unless you have a discharge. If you have a discharge ready, you can discharge cancel out of it. But it's very annoying when you get caught in it. Especially when you're doing something like Bygone. It combos you and it takes literally forever for him to stop. And he probably does like half your HP if you're not wailing or whatever. Alright, so level cap goes up tomorrow, so I also need to like make sure that gets capped beforehand. That's gonna be interesting walking around. Then we have like much of anything else. We could do a joint operation for fun. Hyena's Arena has the unicycle boss? Question mark? We can't do this anymore. We've cleared this and we can't do this anymore. It sucks. Very sad. Oh wait. Alice needs to buy one of these. They have no extra events going on. The other ones are done already. Yeah, the other ones are all finished. Alice is waiting for this one. This is in 2 days. Alice gets a free 10 pull of matrices. These don't matter. those never matter. Right, and tomorrow we have the next. Alice needs to like really farm up the last of materials. Yeah. Okay, that's gonna be a big issue. What timing? We're gonna be like slightly behindish. And it's hard to find like anybody to join or anything. So we'll do like a quick run around. Run around of where? Run around of from here. We're already in the same area, we're just gonna follow down the route and kill a bunch of things. If Tamat had some music to play that wasn't gonna get Alice in trouble, would be playing that right now. As we silently go on to farm EXP in literal boxes. And wait for like something else to do. We could do a couple of bygone floors too, but it's gonna be a very slow grind, that one is. Tamat being like super behind is not really great. So if Alice remembers correctly, the route that Alice wants to follow is kind of like this way. Check if there's any blocks down there. There's something down there. Comparatively, it's kind of the same deal as as like NGS, except NGS we just go to like a combat area for however many hours and sell our soul to the literal devil. But well, if you're playing any kind of online game with like grinding and MMO mechanics, although to be fair, NGS is not an MMO, so can't really compare the games to each other. But to be honest, Alice has more fun playing this game than NGS just because these are both like relatively actiony games. This one gives Alice like a bit more freedom into the combat, while NGS kind of just evolves into doing the same rotation like with the one weapon for literally ever. Especially if you play something like Gunner. Then you're really stuck on one weapon. Maybe like a boring time. And we don't have enough. We're missing one. That's depressing. And we can't get any because Alice already got literally everything on the map already. Unless we somehow magically get lucky, find a side quest that we haven't done that gives us a purple nucleus. We're not gonna be able to do another temple of that yet. And then even if we get like a secret boss from the Stargate, that gives gold nucleus from what Alice remembers. We're still screwed on that front. Or mine's to Matt. Matt still hasn't gotten a secret boss on a Stargate yet. So yeah, you can see like the very, very bottom of the bar just slowly move as we collect boxes. If we're efficient, then it would technically be maybe an hour for 300k XP from doing the boxes, but it's incredibly taxing to your sanity. Put on some music, walk around, open boxes, killing whatever things are in the way for free parts and materials. All the while looking in chat to make sure there's any 3-star Stargates that appear that you could quickly join in on. Like you come in, you open, you press the join team button. And hope that you're not slow as shit. But we'll pretty much like go like this for another 30 minutes. I think... Is Meteor Quest still on? Hold on. I'll also check this really quickly. Apparently it is. You can have that up there. Test video. There we go. Hey. Okay, that's up, so... You can meteor quest if you feel like it. However your meteor quest was like exclamation point SR or whatever, song request. And then you put in the YouTube ID. Don't put a link, because Alice's chat is still automated to block links and whatnot. So like put the ID. You want to put something up there. Try to put something that's not gonna get Alice in trouble. And we'll keep it at that. Also, one thing Alice wishes that Alice had like a default playlist of music to go use. There used to be one that was default for stream elements, but Alice took it off. It'd be cool if you could like preview like the weapon that's in the banner. Preview as in like trying it out, trying out the moveset or whatever, and what, some kind of practice mode or something. That would be pretty neat. The heck is this? Oh, okay, that's kind of weird. Alice kind of weirdly separated those, but that's fine. It's been a while since Alice has like turned that on. What was it, like, ever since Alice stopped being able to drive trucks because that game keeps crashing? Yeah, that long. Like a couple months. But at the very least, we get to listen to like the nice OST of the game. Probably around the hour mark, so in like 20-ish minutes, we'll do some bygone or whatever if we can't get any multiplayer action in. Very importantly, we want to try and kill these treasure guards. Because they drop nice materials, the elemental cores and whatnot. And if Alice is lucky, he'll drop a fire core, like a high rarity fire core. Well, that's like extremely unlikely to happen. Not until we get to Vera. Once we get to Vera, all the limitations are gone. And it should be like soon after Vera comes out we can do like raids and stuff. Hope Alice can get to a raid. Biggest tomato leech like around town here. Cobalt got nerfed to like the ground, so it's gonna be a bit harder to use her just as a main thing. You have an ice shield. And that somehow still hit us. What? Hopefully we can get like just maybe one loop done before we reach the hour mark. I was like looking at the time really quickly. Which challenge is this one? Want to wait. Let's deal with you first. Not like we need to like really farm these anymore. We already have the mount pieces that made up all of our mounts. But hey, EXP is EXP. Even as small as it is. It definitely feels like though that dropkick should do more damage. Anyways, how do we do this? We do like... We're off by a minute. Answer solved. So our path should take us over here, down the river, up, back up, and it should take us near to the tower again. This one's like a pretty straightforward map to memorize. The one Alice has trouble memorizing properly is Warren, because everything is a winter wonderland of white snow. Gets confusing very easily. Explore all the areas that you like hardly get to explore. That's another thing. Why does this, like, even for a game that's meant for mobile or phones and whatnot, it just it has so much of a more like a nicer look to it than NGS does for its world. Like, it feels more lively. It's probably not as big as NGS. Like maybe this like world by this one by itself is much smaller in comparison. But you don't need an extremely large world that's just like empty and just soulless. Actually, that brings up a good point to that. This whole talking to self thing. Well, other than that, two of the areas that we've been in NGS, the desert and the snow area, are practically the same thing. One covered by an expanse of sand, the other covered by a blanket of snow. With the only like real difference for the snow area being it's a more mountainous area, like more mountainous parts. But the mountainous parts can get really boring. And then you have the dumb surf, like the snowboarding thing. Alice has more fun with this more than that. If global NGS is still around though, Alice will probably come back to it after a while. We'll check in on that game when the Gun Slash comes out, the Gunblade, when that class gets released. It's like Alice's last hope in the game in NGS is hoping that the Gun Slash class is good. Or at the very least, they make every other class not boring. Like, how do you take the concept of the Scion classes and something like something as basic as like the hero class? How do you make it more boring? Like, sure, it's cool that everybody has, like, the hero dodge mechanic. But it's not really unique anymore in that respect. But it's the same thing here where everyone has the capacity to do Fantasia and whatnot, which is like that time slowing level. God, we take a lot of damage. Well, that one enemy just like walked up to us and died being electrified. But like, yeah, Fantasia is, albeit not like a perfect iframe, is still a much more fun mechanic than just having everybody in NGS being capable of hero dodging. Or like the entirety of NGS being just revolving around counters. And then when you're not doing counters, just doing your rotation. And then the only way that they make things more difficult is pretty artificially by giving us things like more Gigantics, which are just enemies with inflated numbers. They're the same enemy. Ancient enemies are Gigantics except with ice. But it's still just Gigantics. And they're tankier. Going to this teleporter. We're gonna go on like this route-ish. So like it should circle back around and then we'll warp to this one. Which should take us something like this way or whatever. Chill stream is chill stream. Chill and boring pretty much are inseparable from each other sometimes. What might be boring to some might be fun to others. But what is relaxing and chill is still relaxing and chill either way. And we probably have enough gripes that we've talked about for comparing two very different games. Alice is not saying that Tower Fantasy and NGS are the same game at all. They're very much different games. But it's still nice to complain. How much will you gut something for the sake of balancing? If being a game developer is all about trying to make an experience, at least to some people that is, right? Then how far are you willing to go to balance things? Like, there have always been multiple options for taking away power creep. And sure, like, balancing and nerfing things is an option. There's also such things as balancing other units so that they fall onto the same power level as the quote-unquote stronger ones. Of course, that would also kind of ruin early game balancing as well. So it's... You're kind of just hanging on by a thread, walking along a thin line. And then there's also like trying to balance between... Like what? Getting money, enough money to go throughout the day from your job of developing a game, versus trying to keep it as free to play as possible for the people that don't want to pay. But in the end, your goal, like the goal, is to get people to want to pay for the in the game. Yes, the goal is to get people addicted to video games. There's no, like, talking around that topic. It's going to rocks. Games in the past, unlike old consoles and whatnot, were also they were also meant to be, in a way, addicting to play, so you could replay them multiple times and not get bored of it. But there are also some that are just blatant cash grabs people made just for like a quick buck, not replayable with the like minimum modicum of effort. And then there are those other games that are like super artistic. People put their heart and soul into them, but they end up like not being super popular because they're niche. So when you develop a game, how far are you willing to balance something? How far are you willing to step away from your own like preferences and work towards like the mainstream? And how far are you willing to sell your soul to the devil for money? That's currently how video game development is nowadays. A sad tale. Hopefully, when VR becomes more accessible to like a larger audience, like it's not super expensive still, that will come back to like a more fulfilling video game industry. But right now, it definitely does feel like a lot of people have their eggs in the basket of VR, and then the safer companies are going for games like this, like Genshin, like PSO2, like Valorant and League of Legends, like all that stuff. I think Alice is pretty much done with the ranting for the day. We pretty much reached the hour mark in a bit, like 40 seconds. Give or take. Poppy you? So if you jump like right after you land that discharge, you can get immediately back into attacking, which is nice. Jump canceling. Jump canceling is fun. You know what's also fun? Have not upgraded this and we only have like C0, but you know what's also fun? Is taking advantage of like the crow cheese. At the very least, exploration's kind of like balanced so that we don't have to get screwed over by upgrading things too much. Unless you're fighting like a world boss or something. But like things really die on you when you use the crow cheese. Yeah, Tomato's ranting. Tomato's ranting about like the inadequacy of the current video game industry. Oh, wrong button. We're not gonna be playing with Crow for too long. Alice doesn't have Crow upgraded. But like, man, it does so much damage. Who was the person that decided to give such high damage values to a drop attack, the drill attack? Yeah, no worries about it. Tamat mostly complains about how... Tamat's real complaint is about like how NGS could have been the same as Tower of Fantasy if they put more effort into the overall like design of the game. Like look at this snow land. It's so bustling with life and like color. And then you look at NGS and it's just how wide of a blanketed white space it is. And it just makes you feel sad. Because they did so well with PSO2. They did so well with Oracle. Except for like episode 4 and episode 5, those we don't talk about those. But when they came back to episode 6, like they really brought it back. Episode 1 to 3 was okay, it was meh, to say the least, but yeah. Maybe. That's a maybe. I'll also give you a maybe on that one, McCree. Besides, if Alice is gonna rant on a publicly. Our path is left, down, and then across. Oh, and like another really big thing is look how interconnected this entire island is. Like really, it's amazing. It's amazing how connected everything is with like a low degree of separation between areas. Nice. Alice might make pizza later. Depends on how Alice feels. Apparently that caused us to Fantasia. still stunned us. That's always been the annoying thing. Those lizards that have the debuffs. If you can't Fantasia the stun, then you're gonna have to like try and dodge it. But if you don't have like good iframes, then you're probably gonna get stunned, so you're gonna have to hope you have a discharge. And if you don't have a discharge ready, then you're kind of just screwed. Should go down this way. Oh, that was a really good hit. That one just didn't hit off. Like if we're using our Samir guns, we would have to break the shield before we can even kill it. That's just how much damage this stupid drill attack does. Well, at the very least, now you have Crow's drill attack, and apparently some people are using Frigg for some kind of damage right now. Though unrecommended, but it's kind of sometimes you just gotta use what you have available. That is if you want to spend. Alice doesn't want to spend the Dark Crystals or Frigg. Feels like kind of a waste. Especially since Alice is not building an ice team. Would love to build an ice team, but it's probably gonna be super expensive like other people are saying. So it's not really feasible for one core such as us. God, the hell, man? Like, even without CU1, it makes Alice want to just use the Crow weapon. Where are we right now? We're a bit lower than expected. We want to stay above the word sag passage. And walk on a line from here. Grab some black truffles. The snow azaleas will generally spawn by the tents. Black truffles will spawn inside of these little... Some people call these storage areas. Maybe they were storage in like One Life before everything got yeeted. Bruh. Of course, it gets harder to use when you don't have... If you have no access to, like, jetpack. Still strong as heck, though. Wait for our stand to recover. Like, the general thing about the crow attack, it works very well on large enemies. Not large, like large enemies, but like enemies that aren't tiny humanoid thin. I think that's where the... Oh no, we can go these two. We go with like here, and then we go to these two. That's the path. And we'll do like... We'll see if we can get up any levels of Bygone, or else... Otherwise, we'll just be very complaining and angry to map mode. Dying in Bygone. Wonder if there's like a better way to do that. Okay, we're definitely like high enough. Yeah, over you. Essentially, if you don't have a jetpack, the next best thing is trying to get enough height where it counts for like automatically doing the dive. Otherwise, you have to hold down normal while in the air. Let's swap back to our pistoles. The wall of fire beats us again. Okay, so let's go to this one first. This one, and then we drop down to the one below, and then we teleport. Or well, we'll do Bygone, and then finish up. Bruh. It'd be nice if it didn't give us the slow dodge effect. Because then we could actually dodge something. Stun doesn't work. It's a control effect. Now that is freeze when you have anti-control effect. But yeah, we'll warp out of here for the moment. It was like... I'll start from here. So the path for this area, when you're trying to farm it... Once we get over there. From what Alice has like seen on other videos and whatnot, is you go right, up, around, and then you come back down and you're coming through the tower ruins, right through into Bandits, and then you walk straight down through here. Once you end up around here, you get back over to the Rose Garden. This is the Rose Garden, and you'll finish up the route around here somewhere. Or you can come up here if you want, but like it's a bit of a distance. And that's generally the path that you take for all three areas. For the time being. Let's see if we can do any bygone at all. Or 15. Oh wait, Alice says, shoot, I need to disconnect from bygone and eat food really quickly. Eat some Volt food. We have no DVS. This is gonna take a moment. We have to go to the cutscene. And then we immediately leave. Because you can't eat food in bygone. It'd be nice if you could. At least for like buffing purposes. But you can't. Delicious purple yam pie. Okay, let's see if we can do a couple levels of bygone on stream. Alice isn't as far as like the really good players. To be honest, Alice is like really behind. It doesn't matter too much. If you really want the material, then sure, you can try like your hardest. Or if you're a whale, you can try your hardest. Dolphins or free to plays and all that stuff. We're kind of like just gonna be stuck on the lower end. The only thing you don't want when you do bygone is getting like the low 10 though, like bottom 10. Then you get deranked. And that like will ruin your rewards. Oh great, it's double one of these. Mainly important to get these predators out of the way. They have less HP generally, but their debuff effects are like super strong. Which is why they're so much of an issue. dodge the ice. I was hoping we were like far enough away from that one. Take this angle. Takes care of that one. And now this shouldn't be too hard because he's alone, and we have a lot of time left. The vermin boys and their little mech suits are incredibly easy to watch the timings of. Like, it should be like really easy to get them. The hardest enemy, to be honest, whenever it spawns, are the damned lizards. The infernal steel lizards. Those things are tanky as hell. If you're not focusing them from like the first 5 seconds, probably gonna have a bad time. You got 2 of these katana boys. Throw him over here. We just heal tank. Okay, they're probably gonna get their shield back soon, so it'd probably be best to save our discharge for this. Because these 3 are also tanky in their own right, but the 2 samurai boys will just keep moving, which is like a really big issue. Need them on the circle, but we might run out of time. Depending on how much Z wants to play with us. Pop this. Should give us like enough DPS-ish. To clear that. So let's wait here for like a minute and a half as the magnetic storm recharges. Contemplate our life. The choices of why are we still climbing, and also why is our RNG so bad in this game? And the fact that Alice like hardly ever gets any proper sleep. We'll try to. We'll see how far we get until Alice starts getting like bored. Well, to be honest, Alice is already bored because we have to wait for magnetic storms to go off cooldown because it doesn't reset cooldowns when you change levels or restart. Only resets cooldowns if you leave, but it also resets your charges. What a weird combination of enemies. Aberrants might be like a bit tanky. Okay. Sometimes tap targeting doesn't like wanna cooperate, so we have to move around. And sometimes they just ignore hit stun. Be fine. Wait for him to come back over here. Hazy, it's all down to you dying quickly. You're probably gonna get another shield though. We'll gift you that. Nice counter. The magnetic storm was more for like insurance. It's not that Alice is better than you, it's just Alice like really plans ahead on what to do. Cause it's not really like necessarily better. Alice also has just more gear than you as well. All that upgraded. And you get a lot of materials from the battle pass, so you can upgrade your gear pretty easily. Besides, you do like more damage than Alice in our runs anyways. Just kind of how it be, especially. But you'll generally do more damage than Alice anyways because Alice is a balance type, not an attack type. So we do just much less final damage. And then you won't do as much DPS as somebody like Avon who's using the crow cheese, and or possibly Frigg, if they're gonna wail more. Message on Discord. Oh, Allison refreshed the V2 page, that's fine. Doesn't matter too much for this week. Kind of doing board stuff. Yeah, I thought so. Alice would have thought you would switch because you are putting money into the game. Though Frigg isn't a main DPS and she gets replaced by Saki later on, from what Alice has been told. Front door this one. Yeah, we kind of messed that up. Well, supposedly you'd use Tsubasa instead of Frigg. Is what Alice means. Her shield's not broken. That's kind of sucky. Great Sword Dude might be like off timing, you might lose the time to him. Because they're not staying close enough again. That's more or less the like constantly main issue of Bygone is the enemies aren't staying close enough together. Yeah, we're gonna lose time on this one. Unless we're lucky. Pop. Oh, we are lucky, okay. Literally buzzer beater. That's way too close of a call. So we'll see what boss it is. If it's a bad boss for us, then we'll have to switch from Magnetic Storm to Hologram. Someone just sent Alice like a really funny graph because Global Frig is still worse than Tsubasa apparently. Sebastian's like a really good support. Well, not like support as in she is a support, she's an attack type, but like she balances out the team very well. Okay. How much time do we have left on Volt? We have... It won't tell us, of course. We have like a good enough time though. Of course it's Seraph. That's a bit of an issue. Gotta see if we can just output enough DPS for her. Allison's the lasers. The game's unfair. Probably that in Fantasia. We're gonna have enough time. Yeah, we have enough time. Simple. Seraph's just like really annoying. Especially when the lasers fucking disappear but still do damage. Thankfully, we were able to deal with a magnetic storm. Gosh, imagine how much damage magnetic storm would do if we had 2 stars on it. Which Alice could do, it's only 8 pieces away. But we'll wait until next week arrives, see if Alice gets any, like, relic dream machines. What's our boosted weapon? It feels like it just repeated the same weapons. Big rude. Seven, 6, once it hits 5. Okay. Steel spines are a bit of an issue. Mostly because, like, their AoE is incredibly annoying. And you have Bloodspine over there just running away. Okay, we'll use this here. Get grabbed, apparently. Main goal is to just damage Steel Spine as much as possible. And then hope they get like close together like this constantly. As long as they stay close together, it makes it very easy. When they leave, it just sucks. It's like they're being smart AI. This one is... This one should be like an easy group. These guys aren't like too difficult, they're just spongy. All the mallet guys are spongy. The thrower is not as spongy. You just gotta pay attention to the mallet guys, like the little hammer boys. Because they can hit you out of the air. A rip Frozen Boy. We might be a bit behind on time. Depends on if our Magnetic Storm will carry us this one. There we go. Because Magnetic Storm likes to be a pretty RNG and decides to just leave sometimes. Oh, you want this group of enemies, huh? Well, little Hurricane will get it for ya. And Alice quotes, Frigg is a buffer. If you want the hard truth on her... she isn't all that great. Even when Saki is available, she's just there to hold matrices, put down a funny circle, and leave. We have 40 seconds until the next Magnetic Storm. If this one is double Infernal Lizard, we're screwed. Wait until it hits 5 seconds on the timer. Okay, this is another simple one. They're just spongy boys. Bonk. Extra spicy. One real big reason why Nemesis is really carrying to Matt through this is because she's a support weapon. So she gets the support buff. Even for the DPS that it outputs. It's really nice. You know that grabby hand on the awaken thing? It's kind of sus. Okay, we got a Londor. Londor's not much of an issue. They'll pretty much be down to these two tyrants. You know, it's kind of obvious when they both charge at the same time. Plus, I need to get over here. Simple enough. Whew, okay, so if we get like a mobile boss or Frigg appears, if Frigg appears, it's gonna be hairy. But let's hope that we get a nice boss. Treats us well. Don't want to be stuck on level 169 forever. It's Frigg! I was called it. This is gonna literally suck. Frigg can be exceptionally tanky. And her combos like eat up so much time. Gonna be very close. clear. Like when you're fighting Frigg, you need the Fantasia procs. Unless you're like cheesing her and just out DPSing her. But when you're running this like lower DPS setup, you really need to hit those Fantasias. It's a good thing Alice played Hero in in PSO2 because Alice knows how to like dodge timing. But that's way too hairy. Enough of Bygone. The fighting Frigg is traumatizing for Alice, especially since for one of the wormhole runs for when Alice was doing wormholes to clear it during the Virgo one, the very last boss of all of that was Frigg that Alice got. And when you're fighting Frigg in a wormhole and you run out of time and you're just taking damage over time, Alice had to out-heal the time, like running out of time in a wormhole while fighting Frigg and hitting every Fantasia. It was so painful. How far are we from rank 10? We could literally just clear once and we get rank 10. It's still early in the week though, so like it's not really necessary to do that yet. We can do Void Rift before Alice finishes if you want, if you're all 9. That's like the last thing Alice hasn't done for the day. I also just continue the route, just like invite to Matt. Well, yeah, it's updated because of the update. We should be getting the event to get the Mecha Bird mount soon as well. But yeah, when you're playing Samir rather than playing Crow, you gotta put a lot more effort. Put a lot more effort for not even nearly the same amount of DPS anyways. But at least you're contributing when you're playing a DPS at some rate. Though Alice would like to play a Shatter build. If we had a dedicated Shatter, it'd be very easy to break Valkyrie's shields whenever it's up. Having a healer though is much harder to really think about. Meryl's C6 doesn't really matter too much. When Alice says dedicated like Shatter person, it's somebody that's playing Fortitude. Cause just playing Fortitude is already better than doing than just normal Shatter damage. That's 60%. Pop up here. Heyo! The only task Alice has to do is spam Nemesis Discharge. It is pretty much the only existence Alice has in the game currently, is to spam Nemesis Discharge skill. Drop back down here. Grab some of these. Remember not to use your ciphers. Save your ciphers for Vera. It'd be cool if we could get rewards for full exploration of the tower ruins, but it's fine. Once we get Artificial Island and Vera, we'll get a lot more stuff to pick up. A lot more free pulls. Oh, thanks game for the teleport. What is with this game and its grapple being so buggy? And it's not buggy in a bad way, it's just really funny. Feel free to start Void Rift anytime. I think Alice already expressed that Alice only has 1-star Stargates. So that's a negative on that front. But yeah, Alice is good to go whenever. It's like the kind of music I also listen to like sleep. It's like it's really somber and nice. Although Alice does have like a bias towards keyboards and pianos. Yawning a lot. The warmer room makes Matt more tired. The snowy region has some really good combat music, that's for sure. Oh, hey, it's Goliath. Goliath's already been wounded. So Matt will hand over whatever people want once you ask. I'm getting a lot of pickups on this one side. $13 buffs. Okay, I think this area is like cleared out. Nothing sighted. There's one buff left somewhere you haven't got yet. Okay, we got all the buffs. Alice check, don't worry. What do you want? What do you want? You can have aggro. You can have the aggro. Thumbs up. Okay, pretty much handed the stuff. It should be simple enough. The boss is also wounded, so it has less HP overall. Should be relatively quick. Ow. You gotta be careful, Mickery. It's still a boss, it's still a lot of damage. Thank you for the extra discharge. Thank you kindly. Just another proof of purchase. I think that should be pretty much Temat finish for the stream for today. You just gotta pay attention when you're in team play because it's gonna be very hard to see. But it's generally the same thing. The only thing you need to be careful about when you're in team play and you're doing dodges is the fact that if you step into another person's Fantasia bubble, it will consume your Fantasia use as well, so you can't Fantasia yourself. So like it's good and bad. So you just gotta pay attention to when you hit Fantasia and whatnot, or when you use somebody else's Fantasia for a discharge. I think that should be everything. Alice needs to farm up a lot of materials, so I think Temat will be finished streaming for today. Yeah, there we go. Back to usual Temat hours. Nice. Yeah, we'll stream again next Wednesday at the pretty much like usual time. We don't do screenshots in this game. This game is not as good for screenshots as NGS was. NGS is very cosmetic and showy and like it's made for taking selfies. That's what NGS is. But for now, Alice will finish up streaming for today. Next stream is on Wednesday. We're gonna stream some more Tower Fantasy. Maybe other games, depending on how Alice feels. But Alice just needs to get back to work on model. Really need to rush. Yeah, it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. It's like, wah. Yeah. So for now, Alice will see y'all. Yeah, Alice will see y'all later. Bye. 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 Ow. Have a good rest of the day, everybody.